Contextually, where we're sitting is on a portfolio, and we're looking at one of 3 different tabs that show editorial calendars either by month or by week or by day. And what's new is this section that's shown up above the actual editorial calendar. So with those options all set, which is basically stored in custom data behind an end user, I'll run the report. That is where we were at the end of version 2.0. And now the 2.01 improvements are that because we're within the same portfolio, for example, we could choose to hide that top one to remove that purple space and recoup that space and show more within the chart. And now that top row is gone, removing some of the clutter, but still showing the rest. And any combination of interest, you can then select here. So I could say, show me more space for the task. Let's get rid of the photo. I don't really, well, let's say I care about the program, but not the project for some reason. Click off to make sure it saves. So now it's dropped the photo, and you get more text per page because it shrinks the rows down. Let's hop over into the month view. So the idea here, of course, is to tailor what's of most value to you so that when you produce this calendar, it's showing you only what you need. At the extreme, let's say we were pulling back everything under the sun for the entire company, you could choose to show no image, no task, no project, and indeed no program. Suddenly you get this kind of stereo equalizer upside down. The cadence and the amount of messaging that you're doing on any given day, the tactile responsiveness of being able to pick and choose and find your way to the data that you want and then select exactly the things that you care most about in these options and then having them come back is quite satisfying. Comments, reactions, first and second impressions, anyone?
Yeah, so wow, really impressed. I think this is something that we've seen a number of clients asking for. So as recently as the client we're working on now and last week, when they talked about what's the functionality for seeing all of the social media plans and this, that, and the other. And unfortunately, we've had to sort of say, well, we can produce you a calendar, but you know, this is the kind of stuff that they're really asking for. So I can see some really great, and in particular, I really did like the way you can turn images on and off, because I can see for some clients that image is going to be pinnacle. You know, it's going to be really useful for them to give them a quick recognize the campaign, and for other companies it may be very similar images all the way through, so there's no need for them to see that imagery. So I really like the way you can have that kind of what's right for me. So yeah, brilliant, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, and from my perspective, Doug, so having, from a UX perspective, having those additional options at the top that the user can tailor the calendar view very easily, for me, is fantastic. And I'm looking at this, as Carla said, very much from the use case of a social media calendar. That seems to be a common ask within the marketing teams and departments that we speak to in regards to Workfront. And having the ability to change the size or the space available for the content within there, for me, is awesome. What social media marketers want to see on their social media calendar is a snippet of the social media post that they're going to be sending, and an image of the social media tile that's effectively going to be used. And this answers that exact use case. So I can see some of the clients being really, really excited about this functionality.
Lovely, thank you.
I think that this is absolutely fantastic. And I can't remember the number of times I said awesome in the original demo, but now that you're pointing out what the filters would look like, because I know that we had talked through them before, I think that this makes a lot of sense. That's exactly what I was talking about, because I think that those show what object each one is.
Do you think this is ready for prime time?
I think that people would start using it as is, personally.
Super. Can I get a seconder?
Yeah, 100%. We've got clients that are asking for this right now.
Super.